Sweet berries ready for to go, so now different than you. Cause tonight waiting for you are you. Sweet berries ready for to go, so now different than you. Cause tonight waiting for you are you. Dreaming, dreaming I. Dreaming I. Sweet berries ready for the cross, and now different than you. Cause tonight waiting for you are you. Sweet berries ready for the cross, and now different than you. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is BMT. I'm sitting with y'all. Yeah, I don't listen to just. I'm not normal. I get that. I'm definitely not. Um, that song you're listening to is the guitar cover art to System of the Down. Question. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I listened to a lot of heavy metal when I was in combat. I listened to a lot. I was trying to channel my inner rage. I had a lot of questions. I had a lot of questions. What I thought I knew about the world, what I thought I understood about how the depth perceptions of humanity, all that got thrown out. All that got thrown out as I started to travel and dig deep, and I just started seeing things a lot differently. Um, but what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at the stuff that's going on for a lot of American soldiers, man. A lot of stuff has already been popping off, and it's getting ready to go on the hood. I mean, a lot of people are having these conversations right now. They're having a general assembly for emergency session because right now you are dealing with a world power. You're dealing with not just one, but three world powers. Well, one of them hasn't really said anything. One of them hasn't said anything, but the other one is literally staining back their hand, and the other one is plucking pebbles. And it's up to you to decide who's who. It's up to you to decide who's who. I wish I could tell you that war is just straightforward. It's an easy thing to, pick at and say, well, this is how it is, or this is how it goes. You're not gonna be hearing me run around, bless this, bless that. I don't do none of that. I'm gonna tell you right now. I believe the best way to salvation is through death and damnation. That's how I believe. I'm a firm believer that the only way that for you to be saved is through some type of death and reborn and you got to be like reincarnated. That's how I was. That's how it was for me. I had to be born again on the field of battle. The scars I have on my body, my arm, all over here. I wear these are my medals. I don't care for none of that stuff that I could just put in there. Like some guys,
at my book of all my medals. Like, real soldiers don't give a shit about that. We actually care about camaraderie. And the thing about it is, we're now where a lot of people they're nervous on how this is going to pan out for World War III. Right now, hang on, let me make sure I pull it up correctly for you guys. But I'm going to commentate from the side. This was requested of me. I didn't really want to get too in depth, but I am going to give you my honest opinion on some of these things. But I'm going to tell you from my experience. First of all, I'm an infantryman, sharpshooter. I am qualified shooting a 249, a 203, driving an MRAP, an MATV. Also, I'm qualified in shooting a 24 Bravo, 240 Bravo. I already know how to shoot a 249. That's a gas grenade gun. 50 cal. I mean, those are my field expertise. Heavy hitters. A saw. That's a 249. A 240 Bravo. The Marines have their own saw. They have their own saw. It's a lot smaller than ours, but it gets the job done. I've been a saw gunner. I've been a sharpshooter. One of my weapons of choice. My weapon of choice is M4 this is my modified M4. I modified it from that of what I do out there on the field. I can shoot iron sight. And pretty much she has served me well. So I've modified her how I would on the battlefield. I have quite a few of my toys, but she is my favorite. She's my favorite. So I have been a sharpshooter. I have been a sharpshooter and a marksman for the past, I would say, 13 years. Kandahar, Patika, Logman, Bagram, Jalalabad. I've been all up and down Afghanistan. All in the mountains, all in the valleys. I've been in the chokeholds. I've been on FOBs, bases. Slept out there. I did my job, and I proudly did what I did. I'm proud to be a queen of battle. I've served under some good men, and I fought, and I did what I did. These are my merits of who I am. I'm 11 Bravo Oscar. So if you need to know who I am, that's who I am as BMT. So when I talk about my stuff for military, I do in a sense get emotional because this is who I am. This is who I am. I'm very passionate. Okay? So, do me a favor, share it if you want to. I'm not here to talk like all these people talking about dating and all this other stuff. It ain't gonna matter. It's not gonna matter because I'm going to break down for y'all from what this looks at from a World War III positioning of what it can look like, and then I'm also going to put it down and the civilian, how civilians, y'all feel people are talking about a nuke. That's the least thing that you have a problem right now. There's other things now like that can happen. There's other things that can happen, and we'll talk about that. I don't care to get on talk about or have people up on the panel right now, or actually at all. I don't really want nobody on my panel because I know there's nobody proficient to talk to. So let me go ahead and get at it. We're going to go ahead and break down the news of certain stuff that we're going to look at. So that way it won't be coming from me. It'll be coming through the news. The news source that I will tell y'all to honestly go to is DW News. Their live DW News goes deep beneath the surface, providing the key stories from Europe and around the world. Exciting reports. So literally, they're not Fox News and not CNN. None of those biases. They literally have nothing to do with anything of us. Like literally, they're out there. They're not here. They're out there. I prefer to look at worldly news. That's so right now in the world. Right now in the world, where we're looking at right now. Hold up. Let's get over there. Is you're having it where as to Russia has already started. They have already kicked off. They kicked off their position on the home front. They've already started. Now everybody was laughing at videos of them stealing tractors and pretty much doing stuff. But now you're watching first what is called media wars. Media wars is whereas to, and this is something for a lot of people going into the service. What you're seeing now is called media wars. Media wars is a propaganda war, whereas to you have to set up the positioning of the story. What we call it in the military. And hang on, I got you. It's called side ops. I'm going to teach y'all some stuff. Excuse me. Now, y'all don't hear much about them, but they're called PSYOPs. This is actually a division in the military, believe it or not. These people are more powerful than any news forecast that you can ever want to deal with. Like, I promise you, they run everything. PSYOPs, psychological operations, PSYOPs. Soldiers benefit the Army's mission by using unconventional techniques. Their intelligence interpersonnel. These people control the media with the military. These are military personnel that control the media. What goes out, what comes in, what information is displaced, who's allowed to talk about it. I am very careful on how I speak about this because I understand the weight of how this works. So right now you have it with PSYOPs. Military PSYOPs. Psychological operations. Soldiers benefit from the Army using unconventional techniques. Their intelligence, their interpersonal skills, cultural sensitivity. Watch that one. Cultural sensitivity and foreign language proficiency help sway opinions, actions of foreign governments and groups and individuals. Do y'all know that is more powerful than a gun? Nobody talks about them. I can promise you. This is how I know a lot of y'all don't understand that of how warfare truly works. What you're watching is that of PSYOPs. You're watching them. And I know a lot of civilians don't talk about PSYOPs because you don't know what they do. You truly don't know how they operate. I'm gonna try to go in as much as I can, JJ. I get it because but I know I get you, battle. I'm going to try to help mitigate a lot of young soldiers and young people in the chat. PSYOPs controls the media warfare of war. Okay? Me and JJ can have a whole firefight outside. But they can say what exists and what doesn't exist. They can tell you outside there were little kids drinking Mountain Dews when there was a firefight outside. And they can set up the media to look just like that. Do y'all not understand? I know, Mama Max. I understand. That's why I'm very careful how I'm doing this. I'm not going to it in depth. Okay, I got you. Understand the first warfare is the PSYOPs. Now you have it where as to certain people, and if I get too deep, Mama Max, I want you to tell me to stop. If I go too deep, tell me to stop. I will cut the stream. Okay? JJ, if I go too deep, say stop, battle. Stop. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right. So we agreed. I just had an issue. Stop me if I go too deep. Okay. If I say something on a certain group, stop me. Okay. So understand this, y'all. I got limiters. Okay. I'm going to have limiters on this talking point. Okay. This is not like other people. Like I'm literally going to talk, but I'm going to steer away and be very, very optic about how I do stuff. Okay. So the first thing that's going to be happen is you're going to start seeing it where they're going to start opening up into the optics of pretty much showcasing the economy. What's that to do is to allow and have certain people say, hey, I'm being very careful. Because I have to do this very, or my channel can be terminated. So Google, I want you to understand, I am not under no duress speaking or putting in any, this is my opinion of what I see of world news. Very, okay? I have to make sure I do this correctly, y'all. This is no joke. All right. So when it comes to this, and we're looking right now at the news. See, a lot of people are focused on a lot of different stuff. Okay. So let me go ahead and I will play this right here. I'm going to showcase this. I'm going to commentate over it.
To Russia's invasion of Ukraine, a number of Russian banks no longer have access to payments. Now, that could open opportunity for China's alternative cross-border interbank payment system, or SIPS, as China is Russia's leading trade partner. Unveiled in 2015, SIPS helped establish the yuan as an international currency. SIP's aim is to allow banks to process cross-border yuan transactions directly.
So what you're looking at right now, is literally because of this situation, SIPS, literally coming from China, is going to start forming a one flowing currency trading system. A one flowing currency. Let's continue. Everything happens for a reason.
According to Chinese official data, SIPS has some 1,200 participants from more than 100 countries and regions. That includes Russian banks and Chinese subsidiaries of Deutsche Bank. Last year, SIPS processed transactions worth almost 13 trillion US dollars. Now, Chinese media says that was a 75% increase from the previous year. Currently, SIPS, though, still relies on SWIFT for international communication. Russia's financial ties with China could increase. Cut off from all trade partners, Moscow is forced to reorganize much of its economy and trade with a focus on Beijing.
It's been a month since the winter.
So, in saying that, y'all, I want you to understand this. I want to understand the financial system for American civilians, how y'all do trade is going to change. The financial system. See, y'all keep people talking about Bitcoin, crypto, and all, that's not going to matter really much longer. The financial system are going to change. Two world powers versus one world power. That's going to be kind of hard to beat that. I'm just saying. Things don't blow. An explosion doesn't kill you. It's choppy for me. Okay. But things are going to change. Y'all need to go look at chips. Y'all need to go start checking into chips. I'm telling y'all, there's a lot of stuff that on the field.
Olympics opened in May with fireworks and Chinese President Xi Jinping waving proud stands. Abandoned by most international leaders, Xi had only one prominent visitor, Russia's Vladimir Putin, who certainly knew at the time that the relation between the two powerful nations would soon change. That's because Russia needs China after the West has distanced itself from Moscow. Russia might last year, trade with China reached a record $147 billion. It's set to reach $250 billion soon. That's 40% more than current trade volume with Russia and the EU. Currently, Russia is China's second biggest oil supplier, providing over 15% of its imports. The country also covers 5% of China's demand for natural gas. Meanwhile, the food trade has been growing fast. In 2019, China allowed the import of soybeans from Russia. Last year, it added beef to the import list, and just last week, wheat. China is also a huge buyer of timber from Russia's Far East, with imports worth over $4 billion last year. As for trade in the other direction, China sells machinery, mobile phones, cars, and consumer products to Russia, with exports up 34% last year. China is also Russia's largest foreign investor, having issued at least $125 billion worth of loans for infrastructure projects that are largely tied to China's Belt and Road Initiative. As Russia counts on China as its new key trade partner, Beijing might show some hesitance, though, wary of trouble with its Western partners should it run afoul of sanctions.
For more, let's cross over to Taipei and DW correspondent Song Han. So, how is China viewing what seems to be quite remarkable Ukrainian resistance against the Russian invasion?
China still refused to call it a Russian invasion, but rather a conflict between Russia and Ukraine. It urges the Ukrainian side to assume the corresponding international responsibility and does not condemn Russia at all. But after the call between Chinese and Ukrainian foreign minister earlier, China signaled that it was ready to play the role of a peacemaker. Beijing said that Ukraine looks forward to China playing a role in realizing a ceasefire. At the same time, when Russia called China as its friend, the related Chinese Twitter Weibo by Russian state media Sputnik was deleted shortly afterwards. Many Chinese citizens said that we're not friends, don't put China down like this, don't want to be friends with the aggressor, and others worry that such statements would be detrimental to the safety of Chinese people in Ukraine.
Now, on the economic front, China has vowed to strengthen.
So now we're finding out that there are Chinese vendors or prospects going on, and there's Chinese prospects to be going on in Ukraine. I know people don't understand that. Listen, man, right now, U.S. is looking at what people do not realize. And let me make sure I read that. What people do not realize is China could wipe out the value of U.S. dollar, but we got the public cheering for the war that we really could go back 1920s. Yes. We do have an issue right now that, listen, man, China's right now sitting on the side. That's the one that we need to worry about. Respectfully, that if they're doing deals with Russia, we keep on slapping sanctions on Russia, how long before they start cutting our ties? And a lot of people, you're going to hear the inexperienced person say, well, who cares? Look at your clothes. Look at a lot of your stuff. A lot of your medicine. You know. Well, we know from the study of the U.S. pharmaceutical production estimates that 54% of APIs are used to manufacture finished pharmaceutical goods consumed in the United States. We are produced here, only 6%, and sourced from China, only 7% of the U.S. You guys, this is not good. That's not good. We done laid in bed too long with a world power. We're playing a very dangerous game. This will affect some people's jobs. This will affect travel and trade routes. Like y'all, I agree, Kelly. People are more worried about a non-existent gender war when there's literally something that is more prevalent. Shout out to Sir O. The mindset of a lot of the youth these days, understand they're going to start opening up. Young soldiers looking, yeah, a lot of the soldiers have already been retired. Your most trained soldiers have already been retired. Majority of military expertise in war and combat are gone. It is what it is. And there's nothing that we can say or do about it because we put them to rest. What you have now is young, inexperienced soldiers. People that just probably just wanted to go there to get some cash or get a house or something like that. There was no conflict. Let's go ahead and get back to it. Now, I'm going to pull back a little bit because the Ukrainian resistance is drawing worldwide attention. Shout out to Sid UK. Crazy thing is Russia is a real Christian nation and society. Ukraine has a Nazi battalion, called Avazov the Bandera. This war could have been stopped if NATO expansion stopped. I will do a talk about that later about NATO. I got to be careful. Mama Max, keep track of me. JJ, keep track of me. Okay, make sure I don't go too far in. Okay, so the next thing, Putin's nuclear threat, how serious should. Let's go ahead and crack that one.
Russia has stepped up its attacks across Ukraine, the largest invasion force seen in Europe since the Second World War. And if that's not serious enough, Russia's President Putin has reminded the world of his massive nuclear arsenal by placing it on higher alert. He will seek to apply maximum force, and if nuclear is part of that.
So Russia is already, they've already started to maneuver some of their stuff in to Ukraine. Now, I want you to understand that Ukraine does not have an actual military. Okay? Ukraine does not have an actual military. Okay? So, in saying that, they pretty much face some pretty terrible things down the road. Now, a lot of people may think that, oh, wait, so maybe we could step in. Sometimes you have to let nature of the world take its course. Everything always comes to everything always has a upbeat start. You understand me? So I get that we feel that we can avert this. But this is not something that you can literally try to talk his way out. Now, the only person who could probably stop, I'm telling you right now, the only person or only people that can stop this war now is China. Hang on, let me the only people that can stop this war is China. Let's get to let me put it out there.
That arsenal, and he feels that which he feels is going to give him an advantage. I've no doubt that we should be prepared for him to use it.
That's General Sir Richard Shirreff, former Deputy Supreme Commander of the NATO alliance, and my guest this week from London. It's impossible to predict how this conflict will develop, but it's clear so far that Ukrainian resistance has been more effective than expected, and the Russians appear to have suffered substantial casualties. President Zelensky was given a standing ovation after he spoke to the European Parliament from a bunker somewhere in Ukraine. But what more can and should the West do to help him?
So let's get at that. Okay? I want to go back to. Okay, let me go back a little bit to that. The president of Ukraine is in a bunker. The president of Ukraine is already in a motherfucking bunker. I want to be honest with y'all. I want y'all to really I want you to really feel me right now. Okay? He's in a bunker. He's talking shit from a bunker. Okay? He knows the KGB would have no problem sending a drone strike on his ass if they really wanted him. So, who's really doing this? See, I want you, y'all need to understand. These guys are hyping up something. None of them have a real army. None of these people have a real army. Their army, they're banging on the U.S. to be the army. Okay? This pussy in a bunker, capital P, he's in a bunker. While his people are out there fleeing and being forced to fight. I'm just looking at the context of how it's looking right now. Okay? I'm going to tell you right now. Looking at that vehicle right there, right? That is a military vehicle. That looked like it has been heated to a certain temperature, right? But I want you to understand this. I want you to understand. One of the biggest things overseas that used to kill us was IEDs. One of the biggest things overseas that used to kill us was IEDs. You understand me? So the question is, see, I'm trying to get y'all to think. I really want y'all to think. Who's playing guerrilla warfare right now? Who's playing guerrilla warfare? See, who's setting up road sabotages? I want y'all to think. See, that old man is getting tired and he's getting restless. This is costing him money. No regular fire can melt the treads off of a doggone truck like that. No. I just want you to understand. Somebody with some type of expertise is teaching them and helping them. And let's pray we don't get caught, or somebody allegedly does not get caught. These are the most dangerous people, are people that will doggone clap at a young soldier's death. The man that talks the most shit but hides in a metal bunker. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not even in his country. All right, let me get back to it.
Is the NATO alliance a credible deterrent, and how real is the spectre of a third world war? All that and much more on Conflict Zone.
Yeah.
Richard Sheriff, welcome to Conflict Zone. You've called Russia's invasion of Ukraine a real and present threat to the NATO alliance.
Yeah.
How worried are you by Putin waving his nuclear missiles under the West's nose?
Very worried indeed. Putin will stop at nothing, and we need to recognize the real threat that those words carry.
And the threat is what, of a third world war?
Yes, I don't want to be alarmist about this, and one's got to sort of stay cool and calculating, but the reality is this. If Putin conquers Ukraine, and although the Ukrainian people and military are fighting an incredibly brave battle, and we should take inspiration of that, all the odds are stacked in Putin's favor. So if he conquers Ukraine, if he occupies Ukraine, I think the chances are that he will have it's a very high chance that he will decide to have a go at establishing, for example, a land corridor through Lithuania to Kaliningrad.
Now, hold on now.
A chunk of the Baltic states. And if there is any Russian incursion.
Now, notice how we're hearing fear-mongering talk. Now, let's look at this. Now, we have to look at this. Okay. Let's look at that. The 12 founding members of NATO: Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, let's see, Iceland, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, and the United Kingdom, and the United States. Okay. What the hell does that have to do with us? Okay. Now let's go look at the image. Let's go look at the image. Okay. There you go. There you go. There's your NATO right there. Now, I had to ask the question. That has nothing to do with us. I keep trying to tell y'all, man. We're being pushed into a conflict that has nothing to do with us. And the sad thing about it is you're being told to give a fuck. Now, it's interesting, right? Because Ukraine is not part of that. I'm so serious. Where's Ukraine? Relationship between the NATO military alliance and the Russian Federation were established in 91 within the framework of North Atlantic Cooperation Council in 94. Now, it's crazy with Putin keeps on telling them, hey, y'all, are y'all forgetting the alliance, the deal we struck? Why are y'all stepping on what I do?
Disconnected.
You gotta understand, man. This is not our fight. This is. I know people like to say, "Well, it is." I'm trying to tell a lot of y'all gonna understand like what I found out in Afghanistan. Some things
Connected.
you're gonna be like, "Yo, what the hell? How did I get involved?" This ain't got diddly squat shit fucks to do with us as a soldier, as a veteran. I'm telling you, this really is not our issue. I honestly do not be surprised if they start saying, "Can we send Ukrainian refugees over here?" I'm gonna be like, hell to the no. I'm gonna be like, no, we don't need no refugees over here. I'm telling you right now, man, this is all to save face. This is all to save face. Now, and the problem with that is, um, we don't have the economic. I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't have the money for this. We America, the United States does not have the money for this fight. We do not have the economic money and mental strength for this fight. Be prepared because you're going to start seeing refugees being asked to be sent here for asylum. You're gonna have some dummies, some stupid motherfuckers. Yes, send the refugees here. What? What skills are these refugees coming with? What money? We don't. This refugee asylum thing is not going to work very well. I don't know what money y'all think we got. We're already at an economic collapse with a world power now at bat. So if China goes down, so then what's next? So if China steps in and says, you know what? Fuck y'all. Where does that put us? Tell me. If people, so what happens when other countries start aligning with Russia? See, war only makes you think which side you want to think is right. I'm not a savior. And I'm not for trying to save or try to help people. Listen, this is not going to be a pretty one. We barely can afford now to feed the starving mouths now. So what money are we going to make up and manufacture? War costs money. World war costs a sacrifice. What sacrifice do y'all have? See, you're going to start seeing now, they're going to start wanting, and I'm not doing the fearmonger, I'm telling you how it works. You already see how them slapping sanctions on the Russians, right? And China's not liking that because now that's affecting China's money. What affects one world power affects the other. What affects that world power, you can't have it where if I were to, let's say US is the hand, Russia's the arm. See what I'm saying? This is China. If you break this hand ain't no good. Let's get to it, man. Share the video, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to let y'all know just how it's gonna operate. Okay. So there we got it where
whatsoever into NATO territory, that means NATO, all 30 member states, will be at war with Russia. And if NATO is at war with Russia, that means two nuclear-armed adversaries are locking horns, and that must increase the risk of a nuclear exchange.
I want to carry on talking about the nuclear problem in a moment, but you mentioned the Baltic states. Are they in any way adequately defended by NATO?
I have to say that at the moment, given the overwhelming strength that the Russians have got, I would be very surprised if they are. What NATO has in place are the enhanced forward battle groups, around about 1,000 personnel in each of the three Baltic states and eastern Poland. I know there has been some reinforcement of those, but I think thus far it's been very much a trickle. I would also add that the NATO response force we've heard has been dispatched to reinforce, but that will take time. And I mean, from my personal perspective, from a professional military perspective, in order to adequately defend the Baltic states, NATO needs to have several armored divisions in those states, together with all the air, maritime support assets necessary to fight a major war.
now there we go. What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? They don't got no damn vehicles. They don't got no damn air support. NATO don't got none of that shit. NATO don't got no. Listen, that is like the C team Avengers. Yeah, let me help y'all. You see this right here? That is an MRAP. That's not even a fully armored MRAP. MRAP vehicles have V-shaped hulls to deflect explosives underneath. Now, that is an MRAP. NATO does not have functioning vehicles like these. They do not have these types of vehicles. That is an MRAP. I'm qualified in driving an MRAP and an MATV. Sad to say, guess what? NATO does not have. This is a small little pit. This is what you put onto a boat. Shout out to my mom and all those from MRAP to scrap. The U.S. military chops up 1 million vehicles, $1 million vehicles. That each one of those is worth $1 million or more. I can tell you that right now. NATO does not have that. This fucktard just now told y'all. See, y'all don't think Putin don't be knowing this shit? That's why Putin's not worried about NATO. He's like, yo, U.S., what are you going to do? Are you going to be giving them those vehicles? Are you going to be giving them guns? Because we know damn well they don't know how to drive that shit. We know they don't have the finances, the money to build that shit. That comes from the U.S. That comes from us, young soldiers. So each one of these costs $1 million a piece. $1 million a piece. Okay? That's an MRAP right there. Some of the older ones they go over to certain SWAT teams, police forces. They pay for bomb disposal. Oh, you can depending on an HE level IED, and those are chemical bombs, chemical explosives that are made to eat through the holes of this thing. You are not shooting a gun through that. You are not shooting a gun through that. I'm sorry. If you listen, you need a mortar round. You need a mortar round or a heavy HE explosive to burn through the holes of that into the block of that engine. Now, I'm telling you right now, NATO cannot afford this. Let me show you what NATO vehicles. Let me show you NATO's. I'm gonna show y'all just how. I'm gonna show y'all a little. These are what NATO drives. This is this piece of shit right here. This is old Desert Storm shit that you know where they're getting it from. We're trying to help them. We're trying. You know, we're trying to help them. You see what I'm saying? This is NATO's goddamn shit. This is NATO. This is what NATO has. Y'all see the fucking difference in what NATO got and what we got? Those are the old MATVs. This is NATO shit. There is no fucking way they're going to be running up on Russia with them damn pieces of shit. I'm just letting you know right now, bro. Them vehicles suck ass. They suck ass, like really bad. Like they're not even worth a fuck. You got a better chance of just running out there. I mean, shit. NATO vehicles suck ass. They ain't worth the fuck. I'm like, you're not putting me in that fucking goddamn death cart. My friend, get in. No, bro, I'd rather march. Fuck that. Hey, y'all, we taking the mountains. I ain't getting in that fucking little piece of shit. Set my ass on fire. Fuck that. Fucking goddamn terrorist came out. All he did was take that. Boom. I said, oh my God. And I said, y'all, that's why we don't get in them fucking vehicles. They said, motherfucker he didn't even hit the vehicle properly. It blew up the whole half of the vehicle. I said, Jesus Christ. Well, NATO. That's NATO for you. Ain't worth the fuck. Can't jump in no fucking vehicle. Get your ass burnt alive and set on fire and shit. They're not. They're expecting the U.S. to fund them the vehicles and air support. We don't got that money. We don't got the money. Why open the Jesus like I'm at war? Man, just leave me alone, man. That's how I am, bro. I'm still recovering sometimes. I be cutting things up and damn cleaning things with my knives and guns. But the thing about it is this, y'all. They don't have the proper equipment. They don't. They're expecting us, the Americans, to fund them the proper equipment. I'm showing y'all the vehicles. I'm showing you our vehicles versus their vehicles. Our equipment, they don't have no area. You have it where the goddamn the former secretary of NATO saying, yo, we don't got that shit. But I'm hoping, wink, wink, America, y'all will give us some of y'all shit. I'll be like, no, Biden, you need to shut the fuck up. We don't got it. No. Y'all need a bit. Y'all better. Why you think the Ukraine president was like, send us ammo? I'm like, bitch, you don't got ammo? Oh, you really are fucked. How you waging war with a country that has ammo? Again, this is not our war. So don't let them fool you up.
And I think we're probably a long way short of that.
What do you put that down to? Why are these reinforcements taking so long? What's NATO waiting for? From your experience as Deputy Supreme Commander.
Well, NATO, don't get me wrong, NATO is a great alliance. It's a great institution.
No, it's not.
The most successful alliance.
No, it's not.
Seen for some 70 years.
No, it's not. Y'all can't shoot what the fuck.
It has to, but it is a consensus organization. It has to move at the speed of a slow ship in the convoy, and decisions take time to be made.
In other words, y'all need money.
The whole issue of the science of war, the science of readiness, the preparation and movement of significantly large troop numbers takes an immense amount of time, an immense amount of logistic effort. And also, we have to recognize that the armed forces of NATO, particularly in Europe, have been whittled down, effectively a form of disarmament that has reduced armored divisions to mere brigades or light brigades and cut in substantial numbers, great swathes of the sort of military capability which we need now to Putin from any.
Oh, y'all need soldiers.
You wrote recently that Russia integrates nuclear thinking into every aspect of its military doctrine. What are the implications of that? Does it mean that the Russian military is taught to accept more readily the possibility of using nuclear weapons?
Absolutely, absolutely. And the use of...
So a license for first use, in other words.
Effectively a license for first use. And not only that, but what we would expect to see if Putin decides to have a go at the Baltic states and bites off a chunk of them or all of them, then NATO would be gearing up to attack, to recapture them, which would in itself be a massive military undertaking, larger than anything, frankly, we've seen since D-Day, 1944. At that point, we could expect Russia to threaten NATO with nuclear weapons. Putin's got his nuclear-tipped Iskander missiles in Kaliningrad, well within range of NATO cities like Berlin, Frankfurt, Copenhagen, Stockholm, albeit an allied city. And that would be a form of blackmail to make NATO stop in its tracks or accept the reality of nuclear exchange.
As far as you know, are there any constraints on Putin's ability to launch nuclear missiles? Can he do it by himself?
Now, I want y'all to see this, y'all. I'm enjoying showing y'all the shit for real. But y'all need to understand. This is NATO's. This is NATO. Russia and NATO's army strength comparison. Let me go show y'all Russia and NATO's army strength. Let me show y'all so that way y'all understand this, okay? You know, y'all. I want y'all to understand what y'all looking at, okay? It is also found NATO allies had 140,000 armored cars, more than double that of Russia, 60,000 again, similar to once more outnumbered Russia, 200. Now they're counting America. Listen, NATO's praying that America doesn't back out. They're praying. They're praying that, like, they're praying. Please don't let this American man back out. This dude, Biden, NATO allies together have a personnel of 5.4 million. Russia's 1.5. Now they're counting all the soldiers come together, all the countries. They're counting U.S. soldiers included, in that 5.4 million. It also found NATO allies, 144,000. NATO wants outnumbered Russia. Mm-hmm. So you're accounting that if NATO comes together, they will be able to overpower Russia. This is why Putin said, I will use a nuke, which is a well-played card. It's a well-played card. Because he understands that, listen, he's making sure that one superpower cannot interfere with another superpower. I know. This is why I said this war is almost inevitable. I'm like, why didn't they call Africans? Why didn't they call the Africans? Why are you calling America? Why not call the Africans? Call the Africans. The Chinese ain't want to get involved. They don't even want to get involved with this shit. They don't. Listen, I'm telling you right now. This is not a war that we want, but this is a war that we're going to get. Now, excuse me. We're not properly and financially equipped for this war. America is not properly financially equipped for this war. Okay? The food will go up. It's going to be harder and more strenuous for resources. I'm dead ass serious. We're going to end up. This is not like World War II. Them patriotic people you had back in the day, that shit don't exist no more. And so now that we're down that pipe, I don't think people really want that type of work or smoke. Everybody wants a free. Everybody wants freedom and liberation for free. Now, let me go. Now, let me show y'all this part. I told y'all, I'm going to do y'all right. Okay? Because y'all got to understand, I want you to understand, man, if this keeps on, our economy is going to also be swayed and affected drastically. Really? think there's two.
A total economic and financial war. That's how the French finance minister puts it. Western allies have hit Russia with a swath of economic sanctions over its invasion on Ukraine. We'll take a look at what effect they've been having and what their limits are. Also coming up. Oil and gas prices have been galloping. Industry heavyweights like BP and Shell are divesting of multi-billion-dollar projects in Russia. What will this conflict mean for Europe's energy security? We'll get an expert's view. And we'll go to Turkey, where people fear that clamping down on Russia's economy could push already high prices even further. I'm Chris Cole. Welcome to this special edition of DW Business, Russia and Economy. The international response to the Russian aggression has been swift and concerted. As of our broadcast, sanctions include Russia's exclusion from the international payment messaging service known as SWIFT, restrictions on Russian banks, asset freezes, and travel bans, as well as barred access to high tech. The full extent of the damage Russia's war cannot yet be known, but Western powers are hoping inflicting economic pain will push President Putin to reverse his course.
Economic sanctions are nothing new for Russia, and yet most people here have no idea how big an impact the latest financial sanctions will have on their lives and their families. It's unclear. I can't even say much about it. Most people can't.
Y'all know damn well if y'all say something like that in Russia, y'all ass is grass, boy.
As a businessman, I'm looking at the facts. I will likely have to work more, but what can you do? We'll have to live with this and just hang in there. It is what it is. No, the sanctions won't hurt us much. We are simple people and don't have much in terms of savings. It won't hurt us, but it will hurt the economy. As evidenced on the financial markets, the ruble dropped dramatically this week. The key interest rate has been lifted from 9.5% to 20%. It's a drastic step for Russia's central bank, whose president is worried. The parameters for the Russian economy have changed fundamentally. The latest sanctions have led to a radical correction in foreign exchange rates. Also, our access to financial reserves has been restricted. We will need to use a wide variety of monetary tools to guarantee financial stability for our country. Analysts say the central bank's drastic measures are necessary, but they are also a risky bet. Raising the interest rate so drastically could be too much of a burden for many businesses. They might become insolvent. That could lead to higher unemployment and an economic crisis. The tense economic situation has Russian President Putin worried too. He has called the Western Bloc an empire of lies and has limited transactions from Russia into foreign countries. He has also ordered interest rates for personal loans to be kept stable. Meanwhile, one of the country's most influential oligarchs, Oleg Deripaska, has demanded an end to Russia's state capitalism. Other oligarchs, including Yevgeny Lebedev and Oleg Tinkov, have openly criticized the war against Ukraine. Putin is not used to such criticism from the business elite. This whole war scenario is a disaster for the entire economy and for people personally. In Russia, of course, the government isn't calling it a war, but a military special operation.
Let's bring in Julia Galfogle. She's a senior research fellow at the German Institute for Global and Area Studies. Welcome to DW, Julia. Do you believe that sanctions...
Now, I want you to understand this. So, first off, the people in Russia are not stupid. They're not. They're not dumb. They're not gonna get on and they're not gonna start talking about their country. They're not dumb. See, Americans can get on and talk about their country. You can't go on. You can't jump on Russia. You can't jump on a Russian television station and start talking about Putin. You won't last long. See, you won't last very long. They're not going to put up with you. Okay? You were to start talking about Putin. Putin's like, okay, you go. See, they were smart. That's why that woman said, we simple folks. We don't, what do we need to know? See, America, y'all, we're very spoiled. Very spoiled. Now, the next thing that happened was the business elite are saying stuff about Putin. He will deal with them. Now, the one of the things to take into note is that we can't afford, like, if that would have happened to us, like America would have sanctions put on us, we probably be rioting. Do y'all not know? See, that's the difference y'all need to understand. Notice that there's no rioting in Russia. There's no fighting. You don't hear nobody talk about no race shit. You don't hear nobody saying none of that goofy shit that goes on. You see, don't think Putin's not in power. See, if this had been America, we'd be having something different. People be running out there, open up the nation. You know, y'all need to do this, do that. Putin would have got rid of your ass. See, this is why I said, this is why a lot of people think America's weak. And I agree sometimes. Because when you don't get your way, well, we as Americans, we do this and we do that. Okay, cool. That's it. That's why I try to tell Americans, you truly don't know how good you got it. They got issues in those see. Notice how Russia has all these things going. You don't see nobody rioting. You don't see nobody tearing up shit. You don't see nobody running up in business and stuff. They would listen. Goddamn, the Kremlin will get rid of your ass. They don't play that. They don't play them games. You're not gonna run up around and act a fool. See, that's what y'all better be. Y'all better thank God Putin is not over. Goddamn America. A lot of these talking points y'all be saying on YouTube and all this crazy shit, you'd be gone. You don't hear nobody talking reckless about their goddamn leader. You know why? You be gone. See, they y'all say what y'all say about Putin, but don't think that man ain't running his shit. Those are multi-billionaires talking shit to Putin. Putin, like, okay, you can say your shit now, but when I finish, don't worry, I'm gonna come get you. I'm gonna come get your ass. Understand? They're part of an order. Let's take that's. But see, other people ain't catching that about Russia. When I hear people goofy motherfuckers saying, "Well, the people of Russia, they're going to rise up," and do you know how quickly Putin will snuff or shoot or gun down anybody that says some dumb shit? Y'all don't know Russians like I know them. Hang on. We got Kareem. Race, what now? Race, what now? How many blacks are in Russian? I know Africans that are there, and they have a small black population from the 1930s and 1940s, but it's less than 1%. Yeah, I mean, ain't nobody gonna act a fool. There's blacks in Russia. There's blacks in Russia, but they're in like small percentage. Like Russia is predominantly white. Ukraine is predominantly white. I don't even know why. To me, I really don't give a fuck about what two white people are doing. They want to have their war. The war will affect us. Anything that happens to the white man will affect the black man and the Asian man and the Indian man. Whatever happens to that man is going to affect all men. We are in a ecosystem. So understand this. Nobody's escaping this. It just ain't our turn yet. We just haven't. It just ain't our turn yet. See what? Just wait. Just make sure y'all come back to this video. When it gets our turn, watch how. See, when Americans, when it's time for our turn for the stuff, notice the Russians. See, they don't have to do martial law. They're in Putin law. You don't see none of them talking about running up in those stores, tearing up nothing, injustice, we peace, and all that shit. Like, see, y'all, that's what I'm saying. America, you really don't know how good you got it. Y'all keep talking about all this shit. Y'all really don't know. That's why I say I encourage y'all to go to other countries. I encourage y'all to go. Go to China and talk some shit. Go to Russia and talk. See, you can talk your shit in this world country, but you ain't going over to no goddamn Russia. You ain't going over there to no China talking no shit. That'd be the end of your ass. That's why that guy was like, hold up, bro. Why you putting my face on the goddamn news? You know damn well that man can see me. You trying to get me killed? Africans that study there, my best friend is Russian, and I know they say Tchaikovsky was black. I don't know. I just know one thing. All that talking points that we have in America, that shit don't transfer over there. All that feminine crazy shit, all that racial talking shit, all these things y'all have in America, that shit don't matter over there. You understand me? It don't. None of that shit will ever, I'm telling y'all right now, you're very blessed on what you get away with in America. When y'all say America's so horrible and bad, okay, take your greedy ass over there to Russia or China. See how long that shit will play out. It won't. Let me get back to there. I'm trying to show y'all the mentality of what they're doing over there. Okay, 422. Okay. All right, it's caught up.
Will help stop this war.
So sanctions usually pursue different goals, and one is indeed to force behavioral change. In that regard, I'm very skeptical because I feel that the current Russian response is chiefly influenced by the situation on the ground in Ukraine and also by the recent announcement of the EU to deliver weapons. But sanctions also pursue different goals. They signal that the Russian invasion of Ukraine was a blatant violation of international law, and this signal has been very coherent and very swift. And they also seem to constrain the regime financially and economically, which will have an impact on the Russian behavior in the mid to long term.
The French finance minister says Western sanctions will bring about the collapse of the Russian economy. Is that likely?
So a lot of the impacts of sanctions usually unfold over time. This, for instance, concerns the ban on the export of technologies from the EU and the US to Russia, but we have seen some pretty swift, immediate consequences. The ruble lost about a fourth of its value, and we also see ordinary Russians queuing to withdraw their money. We will probably see a rise in inflation, so there's some really drastic economic consequences that Russia is facing at the moment.
How do you evaluate the impact of these sanctions that they have already been having?
So I think that.
So I want you to understand the context. They were hoping by putting sanctions on the Russians, right, that they were going to turn against Putin. Y'all are too late. That man runs his country. That man runs his country. So whatever y'all thought, whatever optics people thought they were going to do to Putin listen, y'all thought that y'all going to listen. That man put the fear of goddamn Russia, Mother Russia in them. They're not going to fight him. They're not. He would death squad all their asses real quick. They're not going to fight him. Americans, maybe we probably attack our own goddamn people. That's the difference between Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, I would never want to be the president of America. I would never want to be the president of America. I'd rather go over there to another country. I don't want to be the president of this goddamn country. Americans are too wishy-washy. I'd rather be a dictator. Just telling you the truth. I want to be a president. I agree, Super Mike. Let him have Ukraine and shut the fuck up. Because literally, whatever we thought we're going to do to Russia, see, doing stuff, we're thinking that the way how we punish them by putting sanctions on them, how can you put sanctions on a country that literally a man has had a tight fist? You can't miss sunlight if you never have sunlight. You can't miss this bottle of water if you never had it. That's why that woman said it so elegantly. We are simple folk. We know nothing about these pleasures y'all speak about. That's in Russia. I mean, honestly, whatever y'all think, listen, man. I got you on City. During Putin's rule, Russia has quadrupled their GDP, increasing their standard of living. They have 700 billion in reserve. A lot of it is IBG gold and negligible debt. Russians love, they're not going to give up Putin. He has reserves for them. They can laugh. They don't need our oil. They don't need, as long as they got China trading with them, they're good. They're not trust and believe that they will survive. Now the question is, can America, if something happens to us, can we survive? Can we survive? See, our sanctions, can we take those? Can we take the same blows? Can we handle the same type of synergy of issues and stuff? You know? Now, if I can find now there's one more one. Because y'all gotta understand that now the last card, and I always find this. I found this one very interesting. It was funny. Now this one right here, because this one right here. Now I want y'all to see this. Let me grab this for y'all. And I'm not gonna go too much in deep. He can never take Ukraine and keep it. Oh yeah, he can. He can. He can. He can. He's Putin. He can. Y'all gotta understand, man. All that liberal shit don't go but so far in the U.S. The outside world, it's Jurassic Park. There's Tyrannosaurus Rex and pterodactyls and goddamn Power Rangers out there. It's the natural order of things. You're a man, you're a woman. Shit don't matter. Okay, so showing African refugees from Ukraine So I want you to understand this. Notice how they're now trying to make I think 1,000 African students stranded in Ukraine and shit. Like I guess they're trying to make it to where they're trying to use the good old blackface or the black kids or some shit. Like black people, y'all gotta stop being the poster child for goddamn war, man. Like, goddamn it, man. Like, say no to goddamn being on screen. Say no. I want y'all to understand that man don't give a fuck. See no goddamn some goddamn Umbaku nigga in front. Like y'all showing y'all goddamn black babies to this dude ain't gonna stop him from pulling out that AK. I don't know why. That's not my problem. I'm gonna be for real. I'm telling y'all right now. Ain't nobody told y'all to take your ass to Ukraine. Like this shit showing a black man holding a baby by a white woman. The context of this damn bullshit. Like I'm listen, bro. You on your own, man. You're on your own. All of y'all are on your own. Good luck. I hope y'all learn martial arts. Pick a side, nigga. Just like us. When black African Americans, when we were in America for the Civil War, you know what that white man said? Here you go, nigga. All right, shut the fuck up. And that was it. He just gave us a rifle. You either on the north, you on the south. Shoot. Now it's time for y'all to go ahead. Y'all can men get y'all bitch asses off that goddamn truck or train. No. See, I don't like when motherfuckers, they want to go to countries to go get the benefits, but y'all asses don't want to defend that shit. And see, you always get these dumb black people that always want to get up and think like y'all like talking too goddamn much. African Union disturbed by reports of mistreatment of African students. No, they ain't listen, y'all gonna have to just fight, bro. I'm sorry, but y'all just gonna have to fight. Ukrainians only. Nigerian students fleeing war describe rampant racism against Africans at border. Oh, okay. Listen, I'm telling y'all. Listen, they're not saving y'all asses, bro. They're not saving y'all. Whatever y'all, and I'm gonna have to do a talk about that later. Because whoever lied to y'all, they're not listen. In the world, I'm right now. The world does not give a fuck for mercy. They don't. They don't. There's no such thing as mercy. And some of y'all are going to start learning that. See, people have been spoiled and coddled. It's not our job to save the bastards of the world. I'm sorry. You pick the country that you want to go die in. I will tell you the best thing you can do is just fight well. Fight well. A lot of people think that's fucked up. Hey, tough. Y'all just need to stay and fight. A lot of people don't want to hear that shit, but guess what? You African, y'all gonna have to just stay and fight. Go at least get a fucking gun. But y'all asses won't have to fight on your own. Listen, bro, this is not. No, if I was in America and there was shit over here, do you think I'm like, hey, I need to go to Africa? No, I'm gonna have to stay and fight. I'm not leaving. I'm just saying, fuck that. I'm not leaving my shit. I don't have nowhere else to go. This is my own. Now, see, this is what I'm saying. The
United Nations reports more than.
Hang on, let me get this shit going. Let me go ahead and get this shit popping. All right.
800,000 people have fled Ukraine since Russia attacked last week, but many foreign nationals trying to escape have described racist discrimination and abuse, saying they were turned away from buses and at the border while Ukrainians were welcomed with open arms.
Of course.
India
Of course.
dispatched
Of
ministers
course.
to Ukraine's border with Poland after people from India seeking to cross from Ukraine to Poland reported they were told to go to Romania instead. Citizens of several African countries report they were also pushed back from Poland because they are Black. Some 16,000 Africans.
Now, this is very telling. I told y'all. Because y'all, I be seeing on this goddamn YouTube shit. Y'all, y'all be swearing up and down. The world love your black ass. Oh, the black man, we're everywhere. We everywhere. We do everything. No, y'all, listen, bro. Everybody don't fuck with you. They tolerate you, but we don't have to fuck with you. One day, racism will be dead. Yeah, when the world is dead. Welcome, motherfucker. See, y'all thought shit was a game. They told y'all just because you allowed to ride on that bus because of that light-skinned bitch, don't mean you won't be getting on this bus. I told y'all, don't get them pipe dreams fucked up. Y'all done got the world done fucked up. Y'all think, see, listen, Africans, y'all now are fighting civil rights. Good luck to you. I wish you the best. But my black ass and any of my children will not be going over there or will not be supporting y'all endeavors. And I will be doing a stream about it tomorrow. Y'all fight is not our fight. Africa, refugees, any of you black Americans who are over there, you better find a way to get your ass back home. Learn how to swim, learn how to hopscotch, fuck, suck, do whatever the hell you got to do. Y'all better get your asses back home because I'm telling you right now, that World War is real, bro. And when they start shutting down them plane lines, hey, bro, wherever the fuck you at, that's where you gonna be. Hey, you better learn to speak that language well and shoot well. Aim well, aim true. They already done told y'all. They didn't even take the Indians. So I know they ain't taking y'all dark-skinned asses on goddamn bus. They're gonna have to walk. Oh my God. Shit's real, baby. Y'all think those Chinese people say, come on, Africans, come. Then y'all kick us out for COVID. They're not taking them. They not. I told y'all this. I told y'all. Y'all done chose. I don't see racism. Okay, y'all don't see it, but best believe that Polish motherfucker, he sees what the fuck you are. Thought he was joking with you. He said, "What the fuck? You thought this was a game? You thought you gonna get a free out?" No, they ain't no free out. Ain't no such thing. World War II come, everybody better power up, get Power Rangers. Shout out to my homies, Xanato Clutch. After the attitude I get from most Africans, they can hold their own. Hey. Yo, shout out to my homie Xanato. That's the broski, bro. That's the broski. Shout out to Xanatos. I'm sorry. Hey, what's going on, Leonard? Y'all Africans, y'all on your own, buddy. Y'all out there in Ukraine and shit, listen, I'm telling you right now, they ain't gonna give you a good gun. They probably might give you a fucking pistol or a rock or a slingshot, but they ain't gonna give you no fucking gun. They're just not gonna save y'all. They're not gonna save y'all. I'm just letting y'all know right now, all them goddamn satellite countries and states and shit, they listen, Putin said y'all motherfuckers better start choosing what the fuck y'all want to do. When I start ramping up, and I will ramp up, listen, bro, bullets don't see race. All they see is flesh. So, hey, get good. A rock, if we get a good rock, y'all don't believe me? Better get good. Better get good with that slingshot. It might be able to do some damage. Better get a compound bow or some shit. Hopefully they kill a motherfucker. You pick that goddamn stuff. They can come on. They are on their. Oh shit! God damn! Fuck! Leonard, I hope that's a joke. I hope he didn't tell them that. Oh my God, boy, Africans don't even want to save y'all ass. See, Black Americans, y'all gotta understand, y'all. Everybody's skin folk can't be saved, bro. Africans, y'all on your own, baby. Y'all are on your own out there. Black Americans, we just need to let them have this fight. This is their fight, whatever they're doing out there. Listen, y'all, everybody, like I said, you better learn how to get a bow, some shit. Learn how to do guerrilla tactics. I don't know. You sleep with them or poison them, feed them. But nobody's going to save your ass this time, bro. I'm going to have to get to that one, Leonard. Let me go ahead and 41. But ain't nobody saving these motherfuckers, bro. Nobody, listen, nobody. They're not going to do that, Xanathos. They're not going to do that. These niggas are on their own. I told y'all. All the students of war, y'all are here today. Y'all learning today. Nobody, I don't want to hear we are the world. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Fuck that. Understand, when that old dude starts to rock, I don't want to hear shit. Goddamn Altair, goddamn good luck, motherfucker. Y'all, listen, everybody ain't getting out, bro. Let me go ahead and get this cracking. 940. Let me see. Okay, there we go. See that bus right there? Everybody ain't getting on that bitch. Yep. Look like a nice bus to freedom.
Students have been studying in Ukraine. On Tuesday, Ukraine's foreign minister, Dmytro Kuleba, tweeted Russia's invasion had, quote, affected Ukrainians and non-citizens in many devastating ways, and said, quote, Africans
Look at
in
him,
evacuation
scared.
are our friends and need to have equal opportunities to return to their home countries safely. Several African governments also condemned the racism Africans in Ukraine faced while trying to escape, with the African Union calling the treatment a breach of international law. On Tuesday, Democracy Now! Reached 25-year-old Nigerian student Sonta Ora after he had reached Warsaw, Poland. He described the discriminatory treatment he and other African students face as they tried to flee, starting at the train station in Ukraine's capital, Kiev.
The first discrimination started in Kiev, which is the capital, at the train station.
Who the hell even got them taken?
To enter.
No, you didn't got them fighting.
They are selling space only women and children. Then they were only picking white men and children.
Oh, white men and children.
So when the first one left, the second one came and they said, we now asked them, what do you mean by women and children? Because we are not seeing you taking any black women here. If you meant white men and children, it's at least you are being honest. For telling us women and children and not taking African women along is totally rubbish. So we started shouting and started telling them, nobody is going to live here if they don't stick to their words. So they asked us where are the African women. We started showing them the African women and children, and they were able to board. So another train that is going to Poland came in. I jumped in with other two Africans. I was in the cabin, and they called police on us. The police came and told us to get out of the train. They dragged us out and told us this train going to Poland is specifically for Ukrainians only. So we have to wait for another train that was in the night. That train came in, they told us the train is not going to Lviv, which is the city that has border with Poland. So we copied the train number and sent it to my friend. I copied it. My friend also copied it and sent it to his girlfriend, who is a Ukrainian. And the girlfriend told him that this train is going to Lviv. Don't listen to them jump in. The train was about to leave. We jumped in. They already tried to close the door. We told them, you either open the door or you push us on the way. So they had no other option than to open the door. So we went in, we were the only Africans in the train. When we got to Lviv, the whole train going, the first train came in and they told us it's only Ukrainians, women and children only. And they usually pick more white people and black people, we started shouting again. So when the second train came, we have to push the whole white African women and children to the front so they were able to take them. Then we had no other option than to look for a taxi that would take us to the border. And we got to a barricade that is 30 days away to the border. And the barricade told us that the soldiers there, the police there, separated us. They say foreigners go this side, the Ukrainians go the other side. So time was going. I asked some people there, how long have you been there? One say 3 days, the other one say 2 days. But like, no, like.
Now, I'm going to say this for real. If you are a U.S. citizen, to whom it may apply, O'Shea, anybody else out there, you better bring your ass back to America, boy. Don't go to Africa. Fuck that YouTube shit. Bring your ass back here. It was good while it lasted. Y'all, this is a war. Listen, them people, rats know when to run. Oh, shit. God damn it. Fuck it. Rats know when to run. Okay? The motherfuckers are, listen, the Ukrainians, I don't know, don't let the news fool you up and say the Ukrainians are brave, they're going to stay and fight. No, they're not. They're getting the fuck out of there. The men and women are running. They know damn well, listen, let me show y'all some cool shit. Let me show y'all some crazy shit. This is when I knew they were going to fuck them up. Let me show y'all some cool shit. I'm teaching y'all new shit. Listen. These motherfuckers brought a flamethrower to Ukraine. Who the fuck? I can't make this up. Putin sent a flamethrower to Ukraine, bro. At this point, bro, this is just pure comedy. Y'all ain't fighting. Listen, bro, do y'all know what that bitch can do to you? Do y'all know what this shit can do? This shit, I told y'all, listen, bro. You're not beating this motherfucker, bro. Russia moves in heavy flamethrower weapon. Like, you gotta shout out to Russian ingenuity scientists. Listen, that is some dark medieval shit. I only seen that on the pictures. I didn't think they actually already had them things built. Do y'all want to watch the video of the flame? They brought that is a horrible way to die. Motherfuckers, Ukraine ain't beating no damn Russia. Why do you think the Russians ain't getting out of line? They're like, the fuck? See, y'all need to understand just how far this man will go. You understand me? Y'all need to understand. I want you to understand. Putin ain't playing with these motherfuckers. Putin done sent goddamn Megatron over there, bro. Like, when a dude sends a flamethrower to your country, bro, that means he's definitely planning on getting ready. He's going. You're right. Cleansed by fire. I told y'all. Y'all better start. Listen, refugees who can't get out, you better go get a gun. And best believe when Putin done with them, he's going to be having some angst and oughts with other people. It's just my commentary. But I'm just saying, when somebody go get, I understand why you jumped on that damn train. I understand why you jumped on that train. Hang on, let me play that for you. Let me play that for y'all. Y'all wanna listen, man. Y'all wanna see this crazy shit? They brought in a goddamn. They brought in a fucking flamethrower. How do you beat that? How do you beat a flamethrower? This is like some. Listen, bro. I'm telling you right now. This is why I said y'all listen, bro. Who the fuck wants to fight Putin, bro? This dude's using goddamn calling on summoning Zords and shit. For all I know, he might have a Metal Gear under there or a Zoid. Fuck. Shout out to Zeta. I'm all for going as I am and leaving the American plantation. But a certain black YouTuber in Russia, but it's looking like boo boo. Hey, man, it's like a roll of the dice, man. Wherever you may land, bro, you don't know. Nobody knew this coming. To all y'all didn't know where y'all were. Y'all didn't know this was coming. Nobody knew this coming. I want y'all to get out safely. I think there's a black YouTuber in Russia. I know you like your Russians, but I'm telling you right now, Putin ain't playing with y'all motherfuckers. Y'all get y'all black asses out of there. You better get to a U.S. embassy and get home. Oh, if he didn't burn it down, he probably will get rid of it later. If y'all in Warsaw, where the fuck y'all at? All of y'all SYSBM bros, y'all need to get back home. Y'all better come back home. I know you don't like America, but right now, at least you know ain't nobody gonna be flaming and charring y'all ass over here. I mean, shit. You ain't gonna listen. You ain't fighting. That motherfucker done called. That motherfucker done called Saber-Tooth Tiger, and he about to Charlesboro the fuck out of some people. Putin ain't playing with these people. Like, don't worry. Y'all the divestors gonna learn. And if you a black woman out there too, you better be. Hey, I'll let you know right now. Hang on, let me play this last.
Images Russia sending in these so-called heavy flamethrowers that are capable of shooting thermobaric rockets. Tell us about that. Some of our viewers may not be aware of what that even is.
Yeah, that's an observation that we made today when we saw one of these multiple rocket launching systems. The Russians call a flamethrower called a TOS-1. Now that flamethrower actually, or rocket launcher, uses thermobaric weapons with thermobaric warheads, and essentially what that does is it sets the air on fire and then sucks the oxygen out of people's lungs.
Jesus!
Very severe weapon. Right now we have enough.
That shit sets the air on fire and sucks the oxygen out of your lungs. That shit don't even have to hit you. Y'all done? Y'all done? Listen, bro. I mean, hey, man. Come on, man. You're not fighting that. I don't know what kind of Star Wars movie y'all were watching, but that's some medieval shit. Flamethrower that sucks the air. That means that bitch don't even have to hit you. It sets the air on fire. You will die in a horrible death. Let me just continue on.
Those are fuel trucks that the Russians appear to be sending to the front lines right
Now, that flamethrower is certainly a very dangerous weapon.
Shit.
And it's a weapon that we can't say with certainty that has been used in this conflict yet, but certainly it is a fact that.
Oh, you won't know when it's used.
Do you think Vladimir Putin expected this level of resistance, and with Ukrainian citizens so united against him, taking up arms, ready to stay and fight? What do you think Putin's next move will be? I mean, we're seeing Zelensky, even declaring in this latest video that they ruined.
Listen, you got this motherfucker like he about to go play Call of Duty. This dude don't got no knee pads, no helmet. These people like they just got off of work. These people just got this man got a water bottle, an ammo pouch. This is the old graded AK. Got a good 250 yards on it. Drop off. And they're gonna go fight the Megalodon. I'm not sure if we even watching the same TV shows these days. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, y'all Americans better stay. Y'all better stay y'all ass on them goddamn boats. Y'all better stay y'all ass. Listen, man. There's gonna be some fools getting fucked up soon enough. I don't understand why that pussy. Look at. These people are just getting off of work. Look, they're not. This dude wearing a trench coat with shades and an AK, and this dude has a walkie-talkie. Like, come and a knife. And y'all mean to tell me that they're taking out Russian vehicles? Dude, they're getting help. Somebody's helping them. These motherfuckers these ain't no staunch. These are dudes working at goddamn Starbucks fighting flamethrowers and shit. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. And then you got this pussy of the year. He's already in a bunker. And he already know what the fuck time it is.
Russia's plans. What are you watching for ahead?
Well, I think that Mr. Putin estimated the challenge of Ukraine. I think he thought he could come in with a stiletto, take out a few weapons, the Ukrainian people would sort of collapse, there'd be a lot of destruction internally, and maybe all this spycraft would work. But that's not working. The Ukrainian army is fighting brilliantly. The Ukrainian people seem to be united on this. But
and they're already fleeing the country. Stop it, Bob. Stop it, Bobby. You're not even getting the fuck out.
And they spread out. They find the opposition they fight against, sometimes they win, sometimes they penetrate, and that's what's going on right now. This is the very early stage of battle. The mission is close on, and then apparently Mr. Putin gave orders to clear it. This is going to become very bloody and very violent in the days ahead, unless we get support and assistance to get this fighting. And I'm hoping the United States allies are going to push.
Oh no, you say United States.
In the key right now. While there's a break, Chinese forces can't operate continuously 24 hours a day because somebody comes sleeping, refueled, and so forth. So you're going to see these pauses in the action from time to time. And right now is the time that we need to get the reinforcing supplies into Kyiv and into the Ukrainian defenders. President said we're going to do it. I hear nations talking about it. It's got to get there. It's got to get there now. And in the meantime, we should be calling for a complete ceasefire and a halt to the Russian operations. They have no right to invade an independent country. And take them to the UN. Look, this is the actual war criminal. And he should be held to account on that basis. I believe the United States is looking at doctrines.
Listen, y'all. Y'all believe what y'all want to believe. That man hasn't charbroiled that ass yet, but he will soon enough. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna be doing my next one on Russian, on should the Africans refugees join the fight. BNT, do you think the U.S. draft will start back up? No, not right now. No. They're going to probably have a bonus. They're probably going to have a bonus, but they're not going to start a U.S. draft. Like, if it was up to me, I would have all the immigrants and all the felons go overseas. I would send all the immigrants and felons overseas to go, hey, you want to get pardoned? You want your sentence? You want to get pardoned? Here you go. I'm giving you a limited amount of ammo. Good luck. France did it. It worked out fine. Took the legionnaires. Those are all convicts. For the most part, they were and people in debt. Made them fight that shit off. You do so many years and you survive, you get pardoned. You got immigrants that want to get their citizenship. Hey, what's up, bro? The House of Music Chronicles. You need to chime. Oh, okay. But I don't know. I mean, because we haven't done a draft. We haven't had World War. If there was a world war, that's what this is, because we got multiple countries involved. It would be a world war. And to be fair, Russia's already killed a few people already. See, but we don't want to call it a war. If we call it a world war, then first thing about it is, can the U.S. afford a world war? I'm gonna say no, we can't. That means a lot of stuff that we normally used to get or live by. Hey, I will see you guys later. I'm BMT. Peace.